Hello, I'm Alma Schneider. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and the proud mother of 4 children, one of whom has Prader-Willi syndrome.
And I am Iris Miller. I'm a certified rehabilitation counselor and the proud mother of 2 children, one of whom has quadriplegic cerebral palsy and is nonverbal.
In this podcast, we discuss the uncensored truth about raising children with disabilities.
Prepare to laugh, cry, and hopefully learn something new.
This is 2 Moms, No Fluff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of 2 Moms, No Fluff. I'm Iris Miller, and I'm here with my lovely partner, Alma Schneider. Hello, Alma.
Hello. We are very happy to be back at the beginning of the school year, which for some of you started in August. But here in New Jersey, it starts in September, and today is the first day of school here. So we just want to wish you all well this year and remind you of a few items that might be important for starting the school year off if you have a child with a disability. So we're going to be speaking from the perspective of homeschoolers and children who actually attend in-person school. So Iris, do you want to start off with some words of wisdom?
I want to maybe start with the mind-boggling notion for some people is that you do not have to send your child with a disability to school in the first place. So homeschooling is an option that many parents, I guess, of typical children might consider. But when it comes to children with special needs or disabilities, parents seem to be caught in the notion that the only way for them to receive services would be through and under the school IEP system and special education services. So I want to challenge that concept and to tell the parents that if your cup is so full with everything that you had to handle with the school and you don't think that this is the best fit for your child, know that there is another way out.
And that definitely goes also for people who are in school. If it gets to be too much, I know many families that have opted out of the district school system or the out of district school system, and they homeschool, and it's worked out much better for their child. So it all depends on what your needs are, but just know you are entitled to do that, whether or not your child has a disability or not. So I just want to make some, reminders for things to get started. If you haven't thought about it already, having getting all your paperwork organized, put in folders. When that kid goes to school, you want to have everything organized in your different folders so that you have easy access to whatever you need for your child that year. I also want to add that it's really important, especially with younger kids, to have a communication log with your paraprofessional, if you have one, and the teacher, and even the principal, if need be. Obviously, you want to review your current IEP and see maybe there were some changes over the summer and you have to mix things up. You, as a member of your child study team, have every right to call an emergency IEP meeting at any time and to change, modify that IEP in any way that you need to. And that can happen at any moment. It doesn't have to be set for, every 4 months or whatever it is. You can choose to have a meeting whenever you want. That is your legal right. Just know that there are support groups out there for practical purposes and for navigating the school system and for emotional issues that you might be experiencing with other kids, with bullying, with your family members and relationships. And we have many Facebook pages that you can join if you're local to New Jersey. There's the Montclair Friday group that I run, and Iris can talk about hers. Good segue. Iris, why don't you let them know about your group?
Yeah, sure. The Michigan group can be found on Facebook. It's the 1 in 6 Support Michigan group. And of course, we have the international group for parents, which is under 1 in 6 Support International on Facebook. I'll take this opportunity to talk a little bit about the IEPs and how some parents really experience this as a very intimidating interaction with the school, in which, usually one parent, one mom is being attacked by a group of, professionals ganging up on her, letting her know what's best for her child, which many times is not what the parent think is best for the child. And I want to invite people to change the power paradigm in these meetings. First of all, I think if you can, I would bring my own team with me. And I have a limited, obviously, interaction in IEP settings because we only did a few of those when my daughter was younger. It was always mind-boggling to me how they would down talk to me, not knowing that I have a master's degree in this field and how much I know about putting together interdisciplinary rehabilitation teams, etc. So it's a very interesting place to be as a parent. I encourage parents to remember that they are the one and only expert for their child's needs and their priority as a family for that child. To see the interdisciplinary team that is in front of them as people working for them, being paid with money that follows their child. And if they cannot serve that child to the best interest of you as a parent, then it might be an opportunity to consider restructuring the team to better fit your needs. And that might be a challenge in some school districts and with some professionals. But if you go into that meeting in a mindset that those people are there to serve you, you are paying them for their services, and hence they need to do something that coincides with your priorities for your child, I think it would help a little bit with the emotional support. And also, in order to kind of balance the playing field, if you do have a partner, if you have a friend, a grandparent, an advocate, bring those people with you. So it's not 1 on 7, it's 4 on 5 or whatever it is. It just changes the conversation altogether and make people very much accountable for what they're saying in those IEP meetings.
Yes, and ask to record your meetings. It doesn't have to be an adversarial conversation, simply that you remember things better. You want to remember them, and it's hard for you to remember everything if you don't record it. But you do need to give 24 hours notice in most cases to the child study team if you're going to record the meeting. That's very, very important.
That being said, Alma, 2 more pointers for IEPs, learning from the knowledge of other parents. A is that you need to request that everything that they say that they cannot do is proven to you in writing. Where does the law says that you cannot do that? Put the burden of proof on the IEP meeting staff, not on yourself. And B, request that everything has a date. By when would you write back to me? By when would you let me know? And make sure that the dates fit your schedule and your needs, and not in 2 months and then, half a semester is gone.
Yes. And I want to add to that it's very important for your IEP to be seen by anyone who interacts with your child, if that's what you want. And that's definitely what I had needed. I'm talking about hall monitors. I'm talking about janitors. I'm talking about people who work in the lunchroom. Everybody who has any kind of an interaction with my child, they might be administrative staff or cleaning staff. Everyone who encounters my child in the hallways or anywhere else needs to have the IEP read to avoid triggers and tantrums and all those things. So if that resonates with you, make sure, don't just assume that your IEP is being seen by every staff in the school that needs to see it. So definitely be certain of that. And what I always bring up is make your lunches the night before for your kids. If they're eating lunch at home, it will save time in the morning. Have your child help you if need be, whether they're younger or older. That can be a very stressful part of the day. Try to have your clothes set out the night before so you don't have to struggle with that your keys are ready and that everything's ready to go. So, because we never know what's going to happen in the morning, there can be a very stressful situation, and you want to have everything that you do have control over controlled.
And that being said, Alma, I want to remind the parents that are listening that sometimes just getting our kids on the school bus or dropping them off at school can be so taxing and so emotionally charged and stressful for the parents that take the time after that to self-care. You drop the kids off at school, take a half an hour to go on a walk in the neighborhood or to sit quietly and drink a cup of coffee, something to replenish your own battery, because I know how stressful those mornings are to some families. Some children with behavioral issues can really drain you out before you even said goodbye at 8 o'clock in the morning. So acknowledge that the challenges that our families sometimes need to handle or deal with are beyond what's typical, and you deserve time for yourself, because you're better serving your family and your child if you took care of yourself first.
Yes, absolutely. Relax, relax, relax. Do whatever you need. Listen to a meditation after the kids leave for 5 minutes, whatever it is. Just take a few minutes to breathe whenever you can. So we just wanted to do some little reminders as school is starting. We look forward to meeting with you the next time. Do you have anything you want to add before we end, Iris?
No, I'm just wishing all of our children the best of luck, because in addition to all our support, they do need a lot of luck to succeed. So I hope everybody has a lovely school year, whether you're homeschooling or you're sending your children to school. And please use our groups if you have questions, concerns, and ideas for other parents. We always love to share those with everybody.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day and a great start to your school year.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more information, please go to www.twomomsnofluff.com. Thank you.
If you like this podcast, please subscribe and give it a 5-star rating so more people can hear it. Thank you.